Cześć, witaj na kanale, mam na imię Rob, uczę się polskiego. I am learning Polish and I am learning a lot about this amazing country. So I have got some questions to answer to see how much knowledge I now have about Poland. So in today's quiz, we've got 20 questions about Poland. Some of them I assume I will know. I want you to answer them with me to see how many you get correct. If you're Polish, I expect you to get 20 out of 20, and I'm going to do my best to get close to that if I can. So let's get started. The first one is, what is the capital city? Now, I've got my Polish keyboard on. I assume it's going to be in English answers. So the capital city is Warszawa, and I expect it's going to be Warsaw. So let's start with an easy one. Warsaw, or as said in Polish, it is Warszawa. I need to make sure I emphasize the second syllable, because apparently during my vlogs in Warszawa, I wasn't overdoing. I wasn't, what do you call it? I wasn't pronouncing the second syllable as the main one. Anyway, if that makes sense. So Warszawa, Warsaw. Next one, second biggest city and former capital. That one's easy. That one is easy because it is the medieval city of Kraków. So that surely will be spelt in the Polish way. So Kraków. Boom. Easy start. Next one's quite simple as well. I know locations, I think, quite well. Former free city known to the Germans as Danzig. Danzig is, if you think, now I'm working through my process, and I know the answer, I'm pretty sure. You got to think about the cities that are on the west side of Poland. So I know, obviously, Wrocław used to be a part of Germany. And obviously the answer, I think, is Gdansk. Which used to be Danzig, and so that would be the answer. So let's go Gdansk, and I spelt it correctly as well with the softened N. Okay, next one. I'm bossing this so far, 3 out of 3. Next one, main city of Upper Silesia. Okay, I think Silesia is southwest part of Poland. So I'm pretty sure the lower Silesia is Wrocław. So what is the upper? It's not Kraków, because I think Kraków is just a fraction to the east. So I don't think it's Kraków. And why would they put Kraków as 2 answers? Is it Katowice? Katowice? Let's try that, because I'm thinking that's a biggish city. And I always see it on the Learning Polish channel as well, where they do the street interviews. Let's try Katowice. Katowice. Yes, good logical thinking. Because you got lower and upper Silesia. And I just didn't think it was Kraków. And Katowice is slightly west. Okay, next one's got to be quite simple as well. Longest river in Poland is the Vistula. The Vistula, it literally, it's everywhere, isn't it? It is everywhere. You talk about it in Warszawa. That's where the mermaid came down, the Sirena came down, and they captured her and was freed. In Kraków, that is the story of where the dragon ended up dying because it ended up having to go into the river. So there's a lot of stories about the Vistula. I'm hoping I'm not wrong now. So let's try that. Is it a V or a W? Let's try the Polish way. Vistu. Okay, it's not a W. I always thought it was a W. Right, let's do a V. Okay, is it not normally a W? Because a W is a V sound, so I'm sure it's not. I may be wrong. Okay, river at the German-Polish border. I have no idea. I Okay, this is going to be the first one I get wrong, I think. I'm 5 out of 5, but it's about to become 5 out of 6. I don't know. I I The only river I actually know that is in Poland is the Vistula because, as I said, because you see it all the time, and if you're in the main cities, and there's all the mythology based around the Vistula, but I wouldn't know. What is this? What is the river at the German-Polish border? I have no idea. I'm going to have to carry on. I'm going to have to pass. I hope you guys getting it right. In the comments, make sure you tell me how many you're getting correct. And while you're there, make sure you like and subscribe. That is the best thing you can do. We're skipping that. Okay. Sea to the north of Poland. This one I've got easy because when me and Charlie went to Gdansk, we went to the longest wooden pier in Europe over at Sopot, and it is in the Baltic. So it is the Baltic Sea. I would not want to travel on the Baltic Sea because it looked rough and cold. So let's do Baltic. Baltic Sea. Boom. Got that one. Okay. Next one's quite simple as well. There's some easy ones, some difficult ones. But I think they're easy if you know the answer. Always the same with quizzes. Easy if you know the answer. The only Polish Pope. Poles are obsessed by this bloke. And it is John Paul II. John Paul II. You can't, honestly, Poles, just get over it, guys. Get over it. He's not the Pope anymore. Get over it. I'm only messing, like, whatever. But Poles are obsessed with John Paul II. Okay, donuts eaten on the last Thursday before Lent. Now, the thing is, this is Donut Thursday, Fat Thursday, or Fat Tuesday, one of them. Begins with a T. But the name of this, I'm pretty sure, simply translates to donuts. So the question's a bit silly, but it is a pączki. And I just remember when I was in Wrocław, New Year's Eve, when I took my mum and stepdad, you can see the vlog on Charlie and Rob. I had a just fresh out the oven pączki, cherry, I think. Cherry Vizna pączki. Oh my God, fresh out the oven. It was incredible. So, right, I've got my Polish. Pączki. Whoa, and I spelt it right with the A with the line under. What do you call them? Anyway, pączki. It's so good. As I said, especially if they are fresh out the oven. I'm dreaming about them now. The problem is over here in the Polish shops, they're never warm. And they've probably been sat in a little cabinet for all day. Okay, next one. Name of Poland in Polish. Okay. I'm going to assume it's Polska. Or is it Polski? Oh, Polski or Polska? Because Polskiego is Polish. Polskiego, like uszę się polskiego. Is it Polski or Polska? Or does it matter? What do I try? It's one of those. I know it's one of those. Polska. Or is it Polski? Let's try Polska. Yes. But is it also Polski? Yeah, there's many ways to say Polish, Poland, but Polska. I knew it was one of them. Okay, next one. The currency of Poland. It is, right, okay, first of all, it is złoty. Okay, so let's type that in, all right? Złoty. Okay, it's złoty. But foreigners would call it zloty, because they don't know the w sound. But I'm sure even Polish people call it zloty instead of złoty. Like, say it how it's meant to be said. Don't be lazy. I'm trying my hardest to pronounce things properly, and I'm sure Polish people just go around calling it zloty. So, yeah, it's almost like you can't win. The next set of 9 then. Creator of heliocentric model of the solar system. This I know because, as I said, there is a monument statue with him sitting there with the solar system around the sun, and it is Nicolaus Copernicus. So I don't know if I need to type the first name, but let's try Copernicus. Copernicus. Okay, no. Nikolai. Let's try the first name. Nick. How do I... Nico. Laos? How do I... Oh, it's Copernicus. Nicolaus Copernicus, not Copernicus. Okay, that one was quite simple. That one, yeah, was a very, very clever man. The first person to work out that actually the planets and sun don't revolve around the Earth. Everything revolves around the sun. Very clever. Next one, wild cattle that went extinct in 1627. It's not a bison, because there is still bison in the world. So it's not that. I don't know. I don't know any other cattle other than cows. I hope you guys know this. This one actually may slip up Polish people here, because I don't know if they would know this. What are the wild cattle that went extinct in 1627? No, I have no idea. No idea. So I'm going to have to pass on that one. Okay, so we got 2 wrong so far. Okay, next one I should get right. Radiation researcher who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. Maria Skłodowska or Marie Curie. So I assume it'll be Marie Curie. Curie. Yeah, this one actually put the Polish name on. I did test a few days back, a different test, and it was simply Marie Curie. But this one does have Marie Skłodowska Curie. She went over to France in the end, but she did keep Poland with her in a sense that her children learnt and everything. So just an incredible woman. Next up, piano virtuoso and minute waltz composer. See, it's got to be Chopin, because Chopin is the answer for any Polish composer. It is Chopin, isn't it? Let's try Chopin. Frederick Chopin. Is he really Polish? That's a debate. Is he really Polish? Okay, next up, trade union that resisted the Soviets. Now, I know this one. I've done a video on it. I've done lots about it. And it was the Solidarity movement, where they just were fed up of Soviet rule. They were fed up of Soviet rule. Basically, life was crap. Well, from the museum that I went to anyway in Gdansk, it was rough. It was difficult. Lack of food. Working conditions weren't good enough. And it is the Solidarity movement. Solidarity. There you go. And then the next question, I think, leads on from this. Leader of the above and president of Poland from 1990 to 95. That is easy because it is Lech Wałęsa. Wałęsa? Yeah, Wałęsa. He was basically the leader of that movement, and because of what he did, he then became the prime minister. Or president, should I say. I'm still not au fait with Polish politics, but Lech, is it I think it's just a Wałęsa? No. It must be the E with an accent. Yes, Lech Wałęsa, nice. And I was in Gdansk, went to the museum and saw everything about it. Fascinating, really fascinating. That is a fascinating part of Polish history. You know, there is so much happened in the 1900s. It is just insane how much Poland have gone through. Next one, fugitive filmmaker of the pianist? Now, I know that because I went to Praga district and it is Roman Polanski. So, Roman Polanski? Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Roman Polanski went to the Praga district and it was Mała Ulica, which is small street. I've not seen The Pianist. Apparently, it's not massively. It's not massively accurate, apparently, but they did shoot it in the Praga district in Warsaw, so it's similar. It's similar sort of locations, so that's quite good. Next one, I would be shot and hung if I got this wrong. Polish stuffed dumpling. It depends. Is it speaking about one or is it speaking about plural? Because if it is speaking about plural, then it is pierogi. If it is singular, it is pierog. So I go pierogi because I think that's the most common. Pierogi. Boom. Easy. I would have been in trouble if I got that wrong. Now, the last one is the last king of Poland. That's one I should know, really, isn't it? If it's the last king, I should know it because I don't know if this was at the time when it became elected kings. I don't know if it was still that. Just thinking of some random names. Piotr, Stanislav, Radisław. I don't know. It's not Casimir. I'm pretty sure it's not Casimir III. I don't know. I think I am going to have to pass that last question. So I definitely got 17 correct. That, I think, is pretty good. That is showing my knowledge that I have gained over the last, year and a half learning about Poland. But let's see which ones we got wrong. So the river at the German-Polish border is the Oder, something like that. I'm assuming most Polish people would know that because just geography, if you're from that country, you probably do. But I suppose there's rivers in England that I wouldn't necessarily know or know the locations of them. So some may get that wrong, to be fair, but most should probably get that correct. The next one I got wrong was wild cattle that went extinct in 1627. Now, I had no idea. But it is apparently the aurochs. The aurochs? I have no idea. I'm going to look it up, and then there's going to be a little picture of an aurochs right here somewhere. So and the last one that I got wrong was the last king of Poland. Now, I expect all Polish people to have known that because this is a part of the history, and I'm just sure you would have learnt this at school. So the last king of Poland was I was right when I said Stanislav. Stanislav II August. August. It depends how you want to pronounce it, if you want to pronounce it in an English or Polish way. So 17... that's not bad. Some of them, like the capital city and the former capital, easy answers to give. Longest river was pretty easy. But then there's others that you may not have known unless you've been or studied. So things like Pączki, if you haven't been, had it or whatever, then it's not an easy word to remember. Złote, if you haven't used the currency, then it's not easy either. So I think I've done pretty well. But like I said in the comments, let me know how many you got. And I hope it was 20 out of 20. Thank you so much for joining me once again. You guys are bloody awesome. Make sure you check out Charlie and Rob on YouTube and you'll see all our vlogs from Poland. I've just got back from Sarajevo and Bosnia, so the first video is already out with 2 more to come. Australia, Italy, Portugal, lots of vlogs on there for you to check out. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Do widzenia.